All right, sounds like a plan. I'll let you guys take it from here.
Well, we're getting into it. Of course, we've got Kyna versus Power. And of course, a lot of people at home are like, oh yeah, Kyna number one. Kyna's going to win. But then you look at the head-to-head, and Power is up 15-20. Power has been winning more often over Kyna.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Because it's one of those things where, you know, depending on how the bracketology kind of works out, if Kyna doesn't have to run into Power, that's like pretty much a guaranteed kind of dub. But in the off chance that he does, things can get a little bit more difficult. And similarly, I think we're seeing something here that reminds us of Use at the mid-season championships, right? Whipping out that Alucard there, which, I mean, people have been trying it. I'm like not the biggest Alucard fan, but I don't know, people seem to like it. The weapon combination is objectively really strong in the metagame right now, so I get it.
Yeah, I think if you're playing Alucard, if you're playing the Ezio's, then you're specifically playing it for the weapon set, not necessarily the signature kit, but you don't really need it when you've got stuff like downlight, side air, side light, side air for the easy KOs.
Speaking of D-Light recovery, that's a classic one that we see in the Sword all the time. Power getting that first stock and relatively unscathed as far as stocks can go, so should be pretty easy here to go ahead and try to maintain this lead. Kyna, on the other hand, you know, kind of the powerhouse Taros player, but also playing a different Taros now, right? Because this is on a patch where we do have some changes over to both the axe and I think a little bit of added end lag on the hammer stomp as well. And so curious to see how Kyna's been able to adapt to those changes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very curious because a lot of those changes in a way felt very directly targeted at the way Kyna was playing, like the neutral light and the downlight changes specifically. Yes. I think were really punishing to him. Nice stomp side air, still not quite enough. Hammer toss to try to cover the wall, but Kyna is playing from behind right now.
Oh yeah, and it's starting to look rough here. I mean, Kyna probably gonna grab this weapon. No, actually gonna bait it, then come back around on a second swing. But Power just getting all these guaranteed hits in, right? And I love that weapon throw to the end light there, forcing Kyna off stage. Kyna kind of coming down with desperation. And speaking of other changes, we also did get that nerf to Taros down sig as well for the knockout potential. So Kyna as a player has been nerfed, and it doesn't matter because he still just got it like that.
Yeah, I think like as much as those changes do feel really punishing to Kyna, at the same time, like a lot of things Kyna was doing was just having like really good neutral and just kind of like staying grounded and catching people and just letting that damage add up very safely.
Yeah, I think the biggest change would likely be that that axe downlight change, which we're not even gonna have to see right now because he has kind of the hammer in hand right now. Are we gonna swap over? No, he's gonna leave it there. He said, you know what, we're hammering it up right now, and I'm with it because I don't think there's a player in the game with a better hammer than Kyna. So you can pick whatever weapon you want, bro. Look at him cook.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely works. It's not the same hammer that we're used to seeing, and Power, once again, gonna get to pick up downlight recovery. Kyna, where's the weapon spawn? Once again, getting denied by Power.
Right, back on the axe here. It's going to be sidelight nair. Go ahead and rack up some damage. Now we have Power in the KO range, and we see that end light. I actually love the use of recovery there to kind of go high and see if you can cover everything from above, but Power's just going to swing his way back onto the stage. That's fine, though, for Kyna here. Kyna has very historically been able to just get stocks with Axe Endlight, so I won't be surprised if we kind of see another Endlight in the corner, take the stock, just like that.
Yeah, like, unless you completely gut Axe Endlight, that's still going to work. Like, it would have to do 5 damage and have no force.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on a character like Taros, right? I mean, not really many Axe characters get it so for free. Ulgrim also pretty high force stat there, and of course, Imugi joining the ranks there with that really strong stat, but Kyna doesn't really care. His neutral has always been able to do it, right? Look at that chase. Burns another jump to go ahead and hit Power with that nair, falling nair as well. It's like defeating Kyna's hammer is always a very specific challenge, but Power historically has been able to do it, but right now things are slowly falling apart. Weapon throw.
Weapon toss over the corner. Recovery, and that's going to eat out Powers, and that's going to give Kyna game number 1.
Kind of a steal. Still curious just a little bit as far as like what adjustments Power is going to make. I feel like Kyna, despite that last game being close, Kyna did have like a firm like 160-ish more damage than Power convincingly. And so it's like part of that's going to be Taros, but the other part of that kind of is a tribute to how often we said earlier that like Kyna just wins neutral.
Is he going to finish it? Misses the Sair. Okay, wait, still got the hit. Still has Power on the corner, but Power's able to get back up.
he's looking to stomp the yard, baby. Nick Cannon. That might be the stock here. One more. The weapon throw is going to seal it. Maybe has to dodge in. Should be a D-like ground pound. No, goes for the raw ground pound there. Doesn't line it up quite right, and this gives Power an opportunity to get back. But these end lights, once again, are going to be a problem. Look at the aggression. Oh, but the chase dodge is going to get back because of it. Oh, kind of yeeted. No, he won't make it back. He threw it away. He threw it away.
Yeah, got real over aggressive there, unarmed against Power, and Power completely capitalized that turnaround side air, and then making sure Kyna didn't get that wall touch.
Kind of biding his time here. Power using that sword, extremely strong neutral weapon, but Kyna's hammer proving to be such an issue, using those weapon throws to kind of break the mold yet again. Oh, that weapon throw could not have been on purpose.
Yeah, that was very far from the mark. Like, he was just trying to throw that one away, but he's over the orb. Doesn't have Kyna in that KO percent, so I'm actually not sure what he was looking for with the swap over to the orb, except... Oh! Okay, Ensig.
Yeah, managed to yoink him there. Not going to be enough to KO, but, I mean, Power, such a massive lead right now, right? D-Light recovery should be enough, but doesn't actually get the D-Light there, just the recovery, and so has to fish for one more blow. But even if Power loses the stock here, he is so ahead of Kyna. Wow, ambitious, but no punish.
Yeah, Kyna jumped away from that one and was not able to land down and hit that neutral light in time. Once again, Power on the corner, dodges through the downlight. This could be a real big lead as the side air connects.
Yeah, I love just kind of that awareness from Power to recognize, like, Kyna burned the recovery first, kind of far away from the stage, hoping he wouldn't get punished for it, but that is just one of the laggier moves you have on any weapon when you're making it back to stage, and Power definitely not a cautiously. Oh my god, imagine.
That ground pound was insane onto Kyna, and then to go down, hit that weapon toss, and go for the unarmed recovery. Power's starting to feel really confident considering he's got so much of a stock lead, and the Sear's not gonna hit!
Yeah, that one's a little bit awkward because he gets the dash D-Light to the right, but then has to Sear to the left and just can't get the hitboxes to connect. And no punish from Kyna there either. Goes for the side, like the end light will be more than enough to KO. But we are still down an entire stock if you're Kyna here. You have to have a really explosive stock to go ahead and bring things back, and Kyna definitely the kind of player that can make it happen. But you're going to need to see more of that pristine neutral that we know Kyna for. And lately in this game, it hasn't quite been working out.
Oh man, Power once again starting to add up some more damage.
Wow.
At this rate, Power could be walking away with this game number 2. Misses the downlight, Kyna gets a nice 2-piece.
Okay, not quite in D-Light recovery territory yet, but the side air can put him in a really bad spot. The weapon throw, and he has no dodge here. Oh, that should have been a guaranteed side air. He didn't fastball enough, but it doesn't matter. Power is going to secure game number 2.
Power pretty handedly in the lead. And I think a lot of that is like, yeah, Kyna's got really strong neutral, but Power's doing a really good job of kind of forcing out options from Kyna, staying at that like half jump height, and then going in with like a gravity cancel downlight or a gravity cancel side light to scoop a little bit low.
It's really cool too, just to like see the differences between Yu's trying this in the past and not quite being successful versus Power here, who's able to use the same legend and just kind of make things work. Oof.
Okay, good juggle coming out from Power.
Patience. Wow, he just walks right into that side air. I didn't think it was going to connect. There was so much time to react there. I thought maybe we'd see a dodge, but instead, Kyna, I guess, a little bit further in his brain.
Okay, now Power over to the orb, really trying to put out that ranged hitbox with those downers and kind of starting to find that positioning.
Ooh. Oh, he doesn't chase far enough with that end light. That could have been the stock, but Kyna looking for the finishing blow here. We haven't seen any down sigs come out from Kyna either. He looks a little bit more scared to throw those out. Really sigs in general, now that I think about it. I don't know if we've seen one outside of the, I think we've seen maybe 2 hammer end sigs.
He had that hammer end sig, yeah. Okay, just a raw nair is going to do it for Kyna, but you're not wrong. He's definitely like woed back on those down signatures. That was one of the things that he used to do once it was a little bit easier to KO with, but it still KOs when your opponent's that red.
Yeah, like it's still Taros, you know? Like some things don't change, but that was a good weapon throw. Is going to force the recovery, has a dodge, delayed dodge up, works out for Kyna there to get back onto the stage. And this should be a pretty big punish. I love that. Down air into fastball side air. What a strong option. Really maximize your damage. But just like that, Power finds a weapon spawn, immediately dashes in with that downlight and says, let's hit the recovery button to go ahead and secure that knockout.
Yep, cleaning things up here for Power. Also denying weapons from Kyna. Kyna trying to go in unarmed a little bit there, but it was just to put the hit stun out for the weapon pickup.
biding their time here, really trying to play this neutral game, throwing out really safe options as well. Down airs, recoveries, things that are really hard to punish even if they whiff, especially for a weapon like Hammer. If you get directly above it like that, it's really hard to anti-air.
Yeah, I mean, Power just being like a fly around Kyna right now, and it's working so well because Kyna, he's whiffed a couple times and Power gets those punishes.
Okay, let's see. Kyna, no response to the spot dodge there, just kind of stares and looks, kind of recognizing he doesn't really have a fast enough attack to throw out there. He's not close enough to kind of get that stomp in time. So it says, you know what, I'll try to play off of what you do later. And we've seen a lot of those gravity cancel side lights at like, I'd say like half a character height above the floor. I think that last one was actually a little bit high, but this could be the stock here. Power, nice.
Yeah, really smart with Power, just letting Kyna burn himself out there. And then the second you saw those sweat beads, gravity cancel end light, all you got to do is deny the wall touch. And that's Power with the stock advantage.
Okay. Kyna actually looking like he's getting maybe a little bit impatient here. You can see these stutter steps here. I don't believe them to be like super pro micro adjustments. I think they're a call out to Power. Oh! Unarmed recovery
extra.
Stage spike is like ridiculous, but we'll take it.
All right, but that's what Kyna needed. Able to even things up here. Once again, back on the axe.
Jeez. They're giving EU a run for their money here.
Yeah, or NA as of late, man.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Okay, two-piece. Power not going to give him that third with that jump up, avoiding the nair.
Okay. Good anti-airs from Kyna. Nice use of the recovery as well to cover a few different dodge options. Power responding back, though, gets the dodge on that as well, making that recovery a true conversion. It's tough here. These guys are really sweating it out here. They're taking their time. They're saying, I'm going to make sure every time I hit a button, I want to be at least 90% sure that it's going to connect, but looks like Power's getting the better end of those engagements.
Ooh. I'm surprised that orb recovery beating out Kyna's axe recovery. Just the startup frames of that axe recovery taking too long. And once again, Power tries to babysit, but this time doesn't get it.
Kind of a throw from Kyna here, has a jump and a dodge. Ooh, gets caught.
A little bit of a help there.
How do you get back? Do you get a weapon again? He does. He has the hammer here. We're still in Taros land. A side take in the corner will still KO even, but we won't have that opportunity. Maybe you'll lose a deficit of like 10 to 20 damage or something. But that's just like, all right, you got to hit him one more time. Is that so steep?
Well, apparently for Kyna it might be, but we're here into the next one. Game number 4. Power ready to potentially reset here in this grand final set.
And look at them moving, right? They're just dashing through each other. And really, as long as they see a dodge, they're not really willing to press that button. Kyna's going to be pressing that end light just because it's the fastest move in that axe kit, really, for a situation like this, especially since that downlight doesn't hit grounded anymore. He can't just use downlight as a kind of end-all, be-all, I don't care if you jump or not. He has to know, is he jumping or not, and then pick accordingly. And it's making a difference in the way that he's playing the neutral.
Yeah, that ability to dash land through that downlight now makes it so much harder for Kyna to pick kind of like the cover as many things as possible option.
Even here, right? That would have been an undeniable downlight in the past, but now we're seeing Kyna kind of biding his time a little bit, really trying to pick and choose. Is this right? Do I just have to look menacing a little bit longer?
Okay. Weapon toss. Just some soft pressure here from Kyna. He's playing this really safe again.
Yeah, kind of an impossible edge guard to secure there without finding a way to get around that weapon toss. The stutter is enough to give Power the time to refresh his resources. And here again, beautiful response though, but that would have been a D-light in the past. Had to wait a little bit longer, found the end light instead.
Unfortunate that he wasn't able to catch the landing of Power there because Power was sweat beating as he came down. He also had the exclamation points, but Kyna with that damage advantage, but now he's unarmed and this could be bad.
Wow. Okay, Power goes a little bit steep. That could have been a downlight ground pound. I'm surprised Kyna actually goes for the recovery there, but Power again with that half-height gravity cancel on the side light with this orb, especially since the hitbox has that sweeping motion where it goes under. You can do that quite a bit higher than most people would think.
Yeah, he's getting away with a lot of those. And you can do it with the sword as well, just like that. Downlight, gravity cancel, neutral heavy. Nice cleanup there from Kyna. Goes for the optimal force.
Right, Kyna really sitting here, really has to gamer it out, right? I mean, Power just kind of having a rough go at it here as far as like really dismantling Kyna. We did see that one game where Kyna really seemed to bring things back with the clutch play toward the end. I think that was game 1. I know he let it rip. That's rare.
Yeah, that was a wild one, and that one can be a little bit punishable. Good movement from Kyna, got around that ground pound there. That could have been real bad. 2 exclamation points, powers up.
Oof. Look at this. They are biding their time. It's crazy. Side sig maybe? Not enough. Falling Sayer. We're going to wait. Beautiful anti-air. And that's it.
Really good place coming out from Power. That neutral light again, denying the ground touch, and then goes out there just trying to make sure Kyna doesn't get the reset.
Oh, Kyna on the verge potentially of getting hit by a 3-1 if you're unable to go ahead and kind of bring this one back. It's looking rough.
Okay, sideline.
Nice. Great spacing here with this hammer. Maybe leading into this hammer is exactly what Kyna needs. Another stomp. We have to get this edge guard here. Wait for the dodge. And he gets the scoop. Perfect execution from Kyna without taking a hit as well. We have a tie battle.
That was an interesting option going in with that kind of reverse scoop. I wasn't confident that it would KO because like it did also get hit like a while back, but still kind of had enough damage there. And now we're going to the final stocks. Good spacing.
Oh, missing, man. It's rare that you see Kyna miss an attempted punish this often. I mean, that's kind of what sets his hammer apart from a lot of other people's is that dexterity. But right now, it's kind of falling through the cracks, and Power is playing like he really wants some Logitech swag.
Yo, but Kyna not going to give it away for free. Definitely putting in some work as well. Off the mark, just barely. Oh, doesn't get the true follow-up. Went for a little trickiness with the gravity cancel downline.
Kyna gets back.
Good dodge up. Yep. Still unarmed though, and the side air gives Power a reset.
Combination. It just means that like you get to whiff, and honestly, being able to whiff in Brawlhalla is a privilege. And you can even see that like a lot of the way these guys play is just that they're not throwing out attacks, right? Because they understand just like how whiff punish heavy the game really can be at the top level. And oh my God, jumps right over that stomp. Like it's hard. And so when you have 2 weapons that are perfect for that exact kind of thing where you get to swing and miss and not get punished, it really makes the difference. Whereas Kyna has to work a little bit harder. You can whiff a little bit on the axe, but now it's been made a lot harder to do so based off of those changes, and we're kind of witnessing in real time the impact of some of those.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right on the mark because Power can whiff, and Kyna has been whiffing his whiff punish, and that gives Power a second opportunity to really get some damage in, but kind of doing a little bit better with his spacing, gets in, gets that neutral light. He's getting some good damage built up on the Power, but that'll disarm him.
Ooh, gets caught, jumping a dodge, has the recovery as well. That's going to help. Ooh, wow.
Drops the recovery.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, Power looking so phenomenal right now. Honestly, it's weird. I don't get to watch Kyna get like taken apart like this often. You know, you can see the vulnerable spots, but especially in a situation where like I think Kyna is such a strong player playing with the lead. And also, I mean, plays from behind well too, but I think plays just that much better with the lead. But going into someone like Power playing 2 extremely safe weapons, it means he has to pick and choose his options so perfectly, and he's just not getting that perfect accuracy he needs right now.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that terrorists used to bring to the board against this kind of playstyle was like, oh, I just put out a giant hitbox and it should cover most of the places you're going to be. But every time Kyna's thrown out the big hitboxes, he's been getting caught. He does manage to even up the stock count, and it looks like he wants to stick with the axe a little longer.
Yeah, right? It's like, you know, double heavy weapons. The trade-off has always been, yeah, you know, this is going to be a little bit slower. But when I hit you, even if you hit me 3 times, I'm gonna hit you 1 time, and I'll kind of make up for the differential. Right now, we're not seeing that that back and forth that we need to kind of make the pick worth it. Here, though, we got at least 2 different unanswered swings from Kyna, which are definitely making the difference. But Power finds that side light there, kind of brings things back, disarms Kyna as well. Kyna misses that punished unarmed. Gonna go ahead and try to find this weapon. The side light's gonna go ahead and kind of be a wall for Kyna, but Kyna does manage to pick up this axe. But look at this, the hesitation.
Dude, Power, he's just using movement. Like, he hasn't thrown an attack, and the second he does, he manages to connect. Downlight side air. Power is just raw movement around Kyna right now.
Let's see here, man. Kyna really struggling here. Stutter stepping 1 centimeter at a time, moving forward. Gets that stomp. Good amount of pressure here, but still behind. Tries to go for the end sig. It's not going to connect. And man, these gravity cancels are rough, right? And they're so perfect, especially against this hammer from Kyna, because if you gravity cancel at that height, you get to bait out the stomp and also get a perfect punish with either weapon. There we see it again. It's so hard for Kyna to deal with right now.
Ooh,
Rushing off here, not enough hit stun. Looks like we did get a touch of the floor there from Power.
Yeah. Got a lot of damage there. Kyna has the opportunity. Another big, okay, Scoop will do it. But I was gonna say, like, another big advantage of those half height gravity cancels that Power's doing is, like, Kyna doesn't know if he should punish grounded or aerial. Like, he's gone for Sair punishes and Power just goes below it. He's gone for grounded punishes and Power just jumps above it. Like, it's a 50-50 just to punish.
Oh man. Another nice catch as well. One more side or a downer, even
Touch.
Misses it. Doesn't line it up quite proper. Gives Kyna a chance. But Kyna, I mean, you need more than just a chance, right? I mean, with how Power's approaching this, right? He needs 1 downlight effectively to win. Meanwhile, Kyna has to keep hitting him and keep hitting him and keep hitting him without giving him a chance. And right there, that was a side light punish. He got an end light instead. Big opportunity missed. Oh, that's right.
Throws up the end sig. Okay, that was a hope and a prayer end sig, and Power.
That lead even further. I'm worried for our boy.
Yeah, a little bit nervous here. And I'm obviously not at the skill level of Kyna, but whenever I'm in this situation of someone with really good movement who stays on top of me, my degen brain says, do hammer down sig. That thing covers a bunch of different spaces.
Yeah, and we never really see that one coming out from Kyna, but it's honestly, I think it's one of Teros' best sigs. Granted, it is one of the laggier ones, and that's probably...
Oh no! That's got so much force in the air, and Power's gonna get the KO!
Right down the garbage disposal. Ah,
turned it on and everything.
Oh, Kyna needs help.
Yeah,
that's it. He just needs help. Ayuda, my boy is, in a pickle.
And the funny thing is, like, I don't think anyone in South America is like, yeah, let me whisper Kyna some tech to go up against Power, because I mean, Kyna's been so prevalent in the scene that I think almost everyone's like excited that he might actually take a hit here. Ensig, easy punish, not enough to KO just yet. Weapon toss, doesn't need it.
All right, cool. So at the very least, that was kind of what we saw happen in the last game, but the sig just didn't connect, right? This time around, Kyna's able to get the read and gets a pretty early stock because of it, thank the Lord, as far as like trying to stay relevant in this grand finals. But wow, and it's one thing, I think, to be trying your absolute hardest, but then another to remember that in the last patch, and I don't understand, I don't think Sword needed it, but it did get a little bit of a hitbox adjustment, and I don't think it needed it, bro. I think Sword was perfectly fine, but now it has just a tidbit more of a verticalness on that hitbox, and you can see Power is having a field day with that. He's not even thinking about how he's spacing these gravity cancel G-lights. He's just like, I'm gonna do it.
Stop side air, okay. Getting some good hits. Still a little nervous on how he wants to throw out those stomps, but dodges in to get that neutral air.
Look at that. They're looking at each other, just giving each other compliments. Oh, you handsome devil. Oh, you naughty dog. They don't even got.
I mean, dude, it's Alucard. He's a very handsome guy.
I mean, true.
Stop side air.
His hair, I don't know if that's a silk press or what, but you got perfect texture. Looking like Cat Williams over there.
You gotta ask for the hair routine on that one.
Come on now.
Power's still with that damage advantage, kind of just not able to hit that side air or side light.
Okay, nice punish. Kyna gets the stomp follow up. But oh, things are falling apart here. Kyna one D-light away. Power does it a little bit early, but doesn't really matter. You go for N-light here, you'll force him off stage. Go for D-light, you win the game.
Oh, again, kind of not able to punish these whiff downlights from Power.
And That's the game.
Right side air, yep. Power.
Patience as they possibly can. It's the exact opposite of what we're familiar with from the region. But as of late, we have seen this style pop up more and more, and especially in this grand finals. Especially since Kyna doesn't seem to know how to deal with it, right? It's kind of like when gd first showed up on the scene in North America. It was a very particular flavor of gameplay that you had to be familiar with and you had to have the answer for. Otherwise, gd, and these days kind of Raidish, would just slowly take your lunch money. It's like the most grueling, painful mugging to ever happen, but they would do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said earlier in this set, like it's the death by 1,000 cuts that comes out. Is they're not just like constantly running at each other and you know, trading blows, as much as it's like a lot of movement, and then once someone whiffs, the other one goes straight in.
And in the metagame of Brawlhalla as well. Wow, beautiful. Wow, just tucks him in, man. That was such a nice way of securing that lead for himself. I mean, Power just staring down the barrel of what looks like a championship win here, just making it look so easy against one of the powerhouses we were saying before, the mid-season championship champion, Kyna. I remember we even had that interview with Kyna at the end of mid-seasons being like, bro, like, what do you do? How do you, like, for lack of a better term, just kind of like crap on people so needlessly? And it's plays like that do get him in the gold sometimes. But as of late, his response even at CEO is just like, I just play the game, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I just play. And just playing the game might not be enough right now.
No, it seems like he hasn't played enough, at least since that balance patch, which was only a couple days ago, because he's struggling a little bit. But right now, this is probably the best look he's had within a game so far, and suddenly it's already falling apart.
Okay, beautiful anti-air from Kyna there. Only lets the down sig rip
Nice.
because he had a missed dodge. No aggression from Kyna on the edge guard there. And we saw Power burn the dodge early. I thought we might see more aggression from Kyna, but wow. Old axe side air would have hit there, but we removed the elbow hitbox.
Come on, elbows hurt to get hit by too.
Yeah, dude, my elbows as a skinny dude, let me tell you, they're one of my most deadly options.
Yeah, they're dangerous. Okay, Kyna though has that damage advantage. Neutralites, classic Kyna here, needs a couple more. Oh, okay, that'll be just enough, and Kyna finally has a lead here.
And this is where Kyna, I was saying before, kind of plays best. Hopefully will be the difference maker here, because now Power is forced to approach, right? He has a disadvantage. He has to run at Kyna a little bit.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, man, he's so good. Gonna get his dodge
hit.
back though.
Yep.
And he hits him right before the dodge timer resets. You saw the sweat beast there. The moment I think Kyna got his dodge back, it was too late. Power with the perfect timing on that edge guard to get Kyna in a spot where he couldn't really do anything about it.
I'm really surprised he didn't go for a jump nair. Like, he was already doing the jump, so I'm surprised he didn't just like try to cover himself, but worked out in Power's favor.
Okay.
Oh, nice double.
Double down air. We need that from Kyna. Kyna at a point here where he can start fishing for the knockout, a side air or a neutral light in the corner. Maybe might be able to do it. Kyna retreats to center stage, is valuing stage positioning over forcing the knockout, and I respect it. And Light will surely KO now. That's my win con. D-Light as well if he goes for the jump.
That's denying options from Kyna.
All right, game number 4. Kyna trying to force this to go all the way. We'll see if it happens as he's just dashing around the stage here, trying to see if he can open up Power. Was able to secure that last game just narrowly.
Oh.
Can he keep up the same shades?
Okay. Kyna's going to get a little aggressive here. Goes in with the N-Sig. Nice scoop up as Power goes high. Some good damage for Kyna, but not a confident spot just yet.
Okay, looking a little bit more willing to kind of pull the trigger in situations here. I mean, I thought we might see a down sig earlier on, but no response.
Nice punish.
Great punish.
Okay, keep him with the axe. Going to just add it up safe.
Okay. And Light is now a threat.
And it will work. Is going to be the KO for Kyna. We're back to the classic Kyna strat. Build up a lot of damage and just let the axe and Light do the work.
And you got to think about it, right? Like, how many stocks has Kyna got with an axe side air? I actually don't know if he's got one. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like,
No, it's definitely rare. Like, even if he's going to go for a side air, it's like he's going to go for hammer side air before he goes for axe side air.
Yeah, I feel like when he goes for axe side air, it's actually part of an extended punish sequence. Like right there, we saw him go for a double down air, but previously we saw him go for a fastball side air as the punish option. And so, like, sure, not going to lead to the KO, but when you do know or think that it's going to hit, it's worth locking in that damage, right? You're not going to have a more powerful option generally to go for. Oh, that was a ill-advised recovery, man. Honestly, I'm like kind of upset seeing that come from Kyna. I felt like that one was just like pretty poor for the level of play that Kyna tends to play at.
I don't know if Kyna's been playing like a Lance character since the last like tournament or something, because that's what Lance players do, right? Is like they immediately try to throw out the Lance recovery because it's unsafe, and then use your other movement to get closer to the wall. But Kyna's getting punished for it, and power weapon toss just on the back of his head.
You know what? I get it. There's no way you're going to be able to knock out off the bottom there. And if you do down air, it's just going to send him up. I think he thought maybe he could refresh the situation of maybe find a way to convert just because ground pound takes so long, but instead gets nothing. I do like the way that Kyna's able to play around that gravity cancel right now, though, right? We saw those gravity cancel side lights and D lights on Sword, too, just being really difficult. But that time we actually saw Kyna able to punish it. Oh, he caught him high again with those side airs. Did he touch?
Did he touch? He did. Yeah, he's good. One more chance. Okay, the down air, but Power just immediately swinging on him.
And Light? No, he doesn't let it rip. Nice patience from Power there. And Light, beautiful. Give him a taste of his own medicine, bro. It's like, I tasted this flavor of NyQuil too many times. Let me put you to sleep this time.
Dude, and Kyna, he had to do a jump gravity cancel, and like, Axe players crying. They're like, used to be I could just do the end light and he'd jump over it.
You know what I'm surprised about?
What's up?
I feel like in a situation like that where you got the stock and you're trying to like mount a lead, I feel like most Axe players just go for side light, nair, gravity cancel, D-light. Like they just do it. You know, whether or not they think it's gonna hit, it's like the move is fast. No one's gonna really reaction dodge on that. They just have to like read it. And if I'm trying to add on extra damage, if I'm I'm just letting it rip because I need everything I can get. But despite that, kind of close here. I mean, if Power's able to win right here, that's going to be it for the Playdays in South America, and going to go ahead and secure that championship belt for himself. But Kyna, if he's able to win this, we go to another game.
Game 5 potential or champion potential. Kyna, again, getting some down airs. Nice downlight there. Not quite in neutral light to KO territory as Power swaps over to the sword.
Okay. And Kyna knows the game plan. I don't think he's going to side air here. He has to get back on the stage.
Oh!
That hit! You know what? At the end of the day, I think, honestly, I don't know what I think. I mean, the walls are about like twice the size of Demon Island here. But on the other side of things, like Kyna, I don't know if this platform really does him any favors. I feel like Power's been getting great use of it to kind of maneuver around Kyna when he's trying to figure out how to edge guard or shark even.
Yeah, I feel like the platform, like, at best, it gives Kyna the confidence to go for these down lights, but man, he's just hit a bunch of those.
Hold on. Kyna looks back in peak form all of a sudden. Did he successfully scare Power? Was that last game what he needed? Ooh, and I like the punish there as well. You see that immediate dash land into the end light instead of trying to go for a side air? If you went for a side air there, I think it would have been too slow. So I love his ability to be like, I just have to get closer on end light. What happened? Power looks lost.
Gravity cancel, got the neutral light, the down light's starting to add up, catching Power. Like you said, this feels like a completely different set between the two of them. And the neutral light will KO Kyna. Definitely in the driver's seat now.
Really just said my neutral is better than yours, bro. Like, that's really the way Kyna's playing the game. All of these stocks, end light, end light, end light, end light. And look at this damage racking up at the speed of sound, especially since we're in that strength stance. Teros as well, sitting at 9 strength. Every individual hit of this axe is just saying, I'm the Logitech champion. I'm the Playdays champion. It's me. I was just bringing you along for the ride, but it's me. I'm getting cooked now. One more side air. Ooh, if he got that, boy.
That would have been massive for Kyna. And really, like, I feel like Power's movement has just kind of whittled down. You're not seeing nearly as much dash landing, nearly as much bunny hopping right next to Kyna. All right, that time manages to jump over, get that turnaround side air, but still not enough.
I can't believe he hasn't gotten the first stock from Kyna yet. Kyna should have just ground pounded there. I don't know what happened there. That was a stock locked in the bag, but despite that, still ahead by an entire stock. So he's kind of chilling. That was
okay.
I like it actually.
Dude, how
Get a
many
little
jumps
bit
does
further
he
away
have?
from the wall, right? You get the height, but then you don't have the ability for your opponent to punish you as easily.
Yeah, you have to have the confidence in your aerial movement speed. Like, that's not a thing that I think a Mugi can do.
A Mugi would never, dude.
Yeah.
No shot.
How do you punish the landing? Just a neutral light, but it is just enough. And Power, down to his final stock here, is kind of going to close out with a 3 stock.
And I just like Wagwan Delilah. You know, like what happened? What happened? Kinda again down there, Sarah. This time he waits, but he's just
No punish.
This is literally a different dude. I don't understand.
Yeah, this is a
What?
full-on level up. Okay.
He ground pounding now.
Yeah.
Gear 5 Luffy, like
Go, bring out all the goofy tech, yo. Get as
someone
anime as
assassinate
possible.
Krillin on the side.
Dude, that's how you power up. All right, stomp, side air. Kyna getting all the level ups that he needs. Bankai as well. Nice side air. Power getting eager there. That down sig, I don't even think that would have done much. Woo.
Jeez. Kyna absolutely obliterating Power in game 5 in the reset is going to be your Playdays champion for South America, and what I can only describe as like the most confusing performance I've seen of all time. I don't